what you do. Right now, let's check in with Davey Coombs for a little piece of Suzuki strategy.
When you think about Suzuki strategy, you think about Ricky Carmichael, and I got to say, Carmichael is actually improving this year. I have never seen him get better starts than he has in 2005. I decided to talk to Ricky about his Suzuki strategy when he goes to the starting line.
Everything is good. You know, I got my reaction time is fast, and the bike has a really good engine for starts, actually. It's real smooth power and a lot of low-end torque. It's across the gate first, and I got a lot of confidence. That also helps. And, you know, it's going to be really important for the whole shot tonight. Number one, because the track is a real small lap time, and those other guys are going to be wanting to win also. So I want to do my best to put the Suzuki up front on the start and on top of the box.
As we take a look at our Suzuki starting grid for the 250 main event, Carmichael and Windham, the two fastest in practice, the defending champion Chad Reed also in there. A lot of great times have been put in tonight, and Denny, I don't want to put you on the spot, but the way the track is, as you look at your do's and don'ts, who do you like and who's going to follow your do's and don'ts?
Well, obviously, I don't bet against Ricky Carmichael, but it's about getting a good start. These top three guys got to get out front with each other. You cannot let one get away. You'll be ready to improvise. You're going to see a lot of different things on the track. It's going to be a busy night of racing.
No question about that. As we said, a lot of great riders out here. Carmichael, LaRocco, Windham, Reed, one of the most powerful law firms in Supercross. As the 30 board goes sideways, this is the 250 main event from San Francisco. Carmichael does not get to jump in on the side, and it looks like number 22, the Thunder from down under Chad Reed, is going to pick up the Butterfinger Chris Bolshot. Carmichael slides into second place, so it's somewhat of a reverse of what we had in Phoenix.
This is the race we have been dreaming for all year long. Ricky didn't get the whole shot, and Reed did. We're about to see something we've been waiting for, obviously. Ricky Carmichael, to see if he can reel in Chad Reed.
On board with Ricky Carmichael, what makes this interesting is how quick Ricky can dispatch if he can get around Mike LaRocco, because Chad Reed is on the gas and on it hard.
And Windham's buried in the fifth spot as well. So three of our top guys are in the top five.
Ernesto Fonseca, who came out of an LCQ right now, is sitting in fourth place, and then Kevin Windham in fifth, then David Filament and Heath Cross, and we are off, folks. It's a good one. Get yourself some clam chowder and bread bowl if you can, because Chad Reed's out and running fast.
And look at Carmichael. He knows he cannot let Reed get away. He needs to get by LaRocco fast. He did just that. And look at LaRocco putting a rub move on Fonseca to get back in the third.
So Mike LaRocco's in a podium position, but we're one lap into this 20-lap affair. Chad Reed is your leader. Ricky Carmichael's in second. Remember, Chad Reed made that one small mistake when they were going at it, and it cost him the race. Ricky Carmichael blew away the rest of the field. Now it's Chad's turn to run out in front.
Chad made some changes in his bike this season, thinking it was going to help him to maybe get through the corners a little faster. He didn't like it. He had to go back to scratch, start all over, get it the way he liked it. He loved his bike last weekend, but he crashed. But now he's out front in the place he wants to be, and Carmichael in a close second.
Chad Reed, the Butterfinger Chris Bolshot Award winner. Ricky Carmichael currently in second. So Chad's already done something, and that was break Ricky's streak of Bolshot. What do you think his heart is doing right now? Do you think he's a pretty calm guy? Do you think he's staying within the moment, or do you think he is going, I got it, don't throw it away?
You know, Chad's already had Ricky's number in the past. I think he knows what it's going to take to beat him. He's a champion. He's out front doing his business, really. I don't think he's really too worried about Ricky being behind him. He's like, you know what, put in some fast, consistent laps.
And I don't think Ricky's too worried about being in second right now. So you have the unmovable wills of Chad Reed and Ricky Carmichael. Which man will will his bike to the top of the podium? Right now it is Chad Reed on top as we go through lap number 4. Carmichael sits in second. Mike LaRocco holding on to third, and Kevin Windham now has moved up to fourth. Well, this is a great battle right here. And that's Mike LaRocco, number 5. Number 14 is Kevin Windham. It looks like Windham's getting ready to set him up.
Windham threw down the fast lap time tonight in his heat race, but he started back in the pack a little bit, and that number 4 and that number 22 have gotten away from him.
Kevin Windham coming across that after that hard fall last week in Anaheim, California. Really wasn't sure if he should have ridden, but he went ahead and did it like a champ. Showed just how tough he was, as Davey Coombs reported it. He get a good run on Mike LaRocco, and Mike, as we know, is one of the whitest riders out there.
He's not only the white...
Oh! He catches the back tire of LaRocco, and look at this, Sullivan almost runs him over. Keeps the bike running.
That is a championship chase right there in the points line. Kevin Windham only 3 points down entering this race. Right there, a foolish move, tries to move LaRocco out of the way and goes down.
Well, he gets it re-kicked in 4 starts, but look at this. Carmichael now closing in on Chad Reed, so he is now closing it down to just about a 1/10 of a second behind Chad as he comes through, and this is the whole great white shark piglet.
You know, I recently read an interview with Ricky Carmichael. Ricky said, you know, he definitely thinks it's sometimes easier to follow, but he'd rather be out front. Right now, he's in second behind Reed. He's learning his life, and he's wanting to attack fast.
Oh, my. He is shadowing Chad Reed. Remember, number 22 is the defending 250 champion from last year. Ricky Carmichael did not compete, and there you see it.
Now, watch it. Here they come. Like last time, Ricky was going double, triple, single. This time, he's starting out with triple, double, single, looking almost the exact same as Reed, mirroring his lines right now.
Chad Reed got some kind of message on the board because he has picked up the pace immensely as Ricky has now dropped back just a little bit. On the last lap, he was a lot closer. Oh, my. Chad Reed and Ricky Carmichael going at it. This is what America wanted to see. As we got a rider in the middle, they'll have to get around him. When we come back, the battle between Carmichael and Reed. Reed and Carmichael continues after this. SBC Park, San Francisco, California. It's Ricky Carmichael continuing to close in on Chad Reed. Reed picked up the whole shot, and Ricky, as Denny pointed out, is just learning his line.
It's taken 4 races, Todd, but we are finally getting the race we've been looking for all season long.
The only thing that can make this better is seeing a 259 and maybe a 14 mixed up in that fray.
Well, right now, we'll take what we can get, and it's number 22, Chad Reed, looking to break this.
Oh! Ricky that time had a great run on the inside as we go on board with Carmichael. Just gave him just a little look.
They're taking some different lines right now. Chad's kind of chopping the corners where Ricky's trying to throw. And right now, Reed goes wide, opens the door. I don't know what that was all about. He had to know that Ricky was dodging the inside of him right there.
Well, Denny, the last lap, the roles were reversed. Chad took the inside line, and Ricky went wide. So I'm wondering if Chad's thinking, maybe that's the faster line. I'll try that one.
But then here comes Reed up the inside.
Oh,
Reed a love bump. Yeah, that was an odd. I would have never expected Reed to go wide like that and just open the door that big. I don't know if he just said, go ahead, I'm going to watch you for a bit, but you cannot let number 4 get by like that.
So Ricky Carmichael takes over the lead on lap number 8. Chad Reed now must return the favor. He's got to get back in there and show him a little wheel as Ricky is starting to pull just a little bit. Let's look at that one more time. Analyze it. What do you think Chad was thinking there? Was it that Ricky had a better line last time? Maybe I'll give it a try?
He either didn't realize how close Ricky was behind him, or he thought, you know what, I need to get a little bit better at the whoops, better run at the whoops, because Ricky just drove the inside of him, moved out and took his line. Simple like that.
This is the onboard look.
Ricky had to be freaking out, going, man, you just moved over. You're going to let me by? You're going to let me have it this easy? You can't give number 4 any kind of opportunity, and Chad Reed just opened the door right there.
Well, whether it was a mistake or some bad strategy, Chad Reed now finds himself as the pursuer to Ricky Carmichael. But give him credit. Chad Reed, one of the smoothest riders out there, he is staying right with Ricky. He is not letting him get away. And just as I say that, he opens up, a 0.873-second lead.
Ricky is looking solid right now and consistent. He's opening up every corner. He's opened a little bit more on Ricky. Man, what is Reed thinking right now?
Well, as things have settled, let's go back to the start. Ricky did not get the best start. That was the Chad Reed, but Ricky recovered quite well.
Amazing. Look at Ricky buried in the middle of the pack. Reed gets the butterfinger thing, but look, Ricky just jumps to the front, gets through the pack pretty quickly.
So the Butterfinger Express Pole Shot Award goes to number 22, Chad Reed, and Carmichael came through on 3rd that time, so his streak of pole shots comes to an end, and Chad Reed had the lead for about 8 laps, but then one small mistake or strategy blunder, and it gave it over to Ricky Carmichael. Right now, the lead about 1 second as Carmichael and Reed continue to battle, and Chad right now does not want to get desperate, but he's got to start finding a new line or something for Ricky, because they cannot continue to go around like this, because if he does, at the halfway point, it's all Chad could do to just watch Ricky ascend to the top of the podium.
Now, I think Chad has kind of stepped up his pace a little bit. We saw it at Phoenix last time. He'll go down. We were trying it, about lap 6. This time, Reed's already gone farther than he's ever been before. And look at how big this lead they've opened up. My gosh, what is going on with Mike LaRocco?
It's an 11-second lead from Chad Reed in 2nd to Mike LaRocco in 3rd. So LaRocco sits in 3rd right now. And he is third all by himself. There's a big gap, so he must feel like a man on an island right now, trying to track down Carmichael, who's in first, Reed, who's in second, and there's really no one behind him for a good 50 yards. And finally, number 24, Ernesto Fonseca comes into view, and he's got a battle right now with Heath Voss and David Villeman.
And how about Ernesto? Had to go to the last chance qualifier. Boom, he gets a good start from way on the outside, and the boys run a strong fourth. Nice job for Ernesto right now, but he's got his hands full with Heath Voss.
Ernesto Fonseca, a man who came out of the LCQ, and now he finds himself possibly looking at a podium right now. He's a good 4 seconds behind Mike LaRocco, who sits in third place. And Voss is right on the back of Fonseca, so before he starts thinking about the champagne bath and the podium, he's got to take care of Heath Voss and David Villeman, who are running behind him. What a crazy 250 main it has been. We are 12 laps into a scheduled 20. Chad Reed got the whole shot, held the lead for 8 laps. Then it was Ricky Carmichael's turn when Chad Reed went wide on a turn and Carmichael jumped out in front. Since then, it has been Ricky who is gradually picking up just a little more time on Chad every time. And now the lead has gone as high as 2.5 seconds. And he makes the pass stick right there as we go to Villeman and Voss. David Villeman, number 12 on board the Yamaha, gets by the reigning THQ World Supercross GP champion. And that brings him a good point. Ricky Carmichael went to Canada, competed on the THQ World Supercross GP, got 2 races under his belt before he even saw Chad Reed and Kevin Windham.
Obviously, it's been a huge benefit. I mean, motocross has become a year-round sport right now. Ricky went up to Canada. He got those bugs, worked out of his motorcycle. Chad Reed shows up in the U.S., round 1 and goes, man, I don't like my bike right now, And, obviously, it's a benefit to go up north and get in those extra races.
You are looking at number 27. That is Nick Way. Nick Way currently in 7th place. Another rider who went up to Canada, competed on the THQ World Supercross GP. So maybe the movement is you might want to go on that tour even just to get the lap times in and get the legs warmed up before we get to Anaheim 1.
The old theory is every time you're at home and someone else is out racing, they're getting faster.
No question about it. As we look at Michael Byrne moving up now. Michael Byrne, number 26, excuse me, he's in 8th place. Byrne out of Australia, his lap time consistently running around 48 seconds. So as Ricky Carmichael moves ahead, and the problem for Chad Reed, he's got lap riders now between he and Ricky as we look at Michael Byrne coming through on board the Kawasaki. Here's your battle for 4th, number 24, Ernesto Fonseca on board the Honda, and the 12 Yamaha, David Villeman, 2 international riders. And look at Villeman, a guy normally this time to knock on him, Denny is dropping anchor, fitness is not there, and David Villeman saving the best for last.
Well, these are 2 guys that we really didn't see that much out of all night long. Right now, they wait and stepped up in the main event, and David and Ernesto both in 4th and 5th.
David Villeman in 4th place now. Ernesto Fonseca is in 5th. But Ricky Carmichael continues to lead with Chad Reed in 2nd. Mike LaRocco in 3rd. We are in the 250 main event with just 4 or 5 laps to go. We'll find out and see if Ricky Carmichael can hold off Chad Reed over the Thunder from down under. Figure out the Carmichael equation. Stick around. We're out after this. Jeff Gibson out of Westerville, Ohio, number 54 at SBC Park, San Francisco, California. This is the 250 main event. Your leader right now, Ricky Carmichael, with Chad Reed sitting in 2nd, and Jason Thomas gets a drive and gets past our 1 helmet cam. Now, the other helmet cam is on board Ricky Carmichael, but this is the passage we went to break. Ernesto Fonseca yielding the inside line to David Villeman.
Yeah, that's the difference between right there, the Bubba Scrub almost, where David Villeman stayed low, drove through that triple while Ernesto popped high and pulled and made the pass by staying low.
So David Villeman right now 1 position out of a podium spot as he sits in 4th. Ernesto Fonseca sits in 5th, and ahead of him, Mike LaRocco, Chad Reed, and Ricky Carmichael, as Carmichael continues to run away with this thing. And for a while there, it looked like Chad was going to stick with him. Not the case now as Ricky has opened up a sizable lead.
Yeah, I think the Ricky streak has begun. 3 in a row right now. He's holding them down like a fly and just pulling the wings off them one at a time.
David Villeman riding quite well there. You see him on board the Yamaha, number 12, Ernesto Fonseca, number 24 on board the Honda out of Costa Rica, and Fonseca not ready to yield that 4 position just yet, saying, I might have a little something for you here, David. Hoping maybe that David Villeman just backs off just a little bit.
Yeah, Ernesto knows that David sometimes doesn't finish the race as strong as he begins, maybe, and Ernesto's like, you know what, I'm going to try and dog him and see if I can outlast him right now, see who trains the hardest.
Meanwhile, Mike LaRocco, a guy who just seems to, he just doesn't go away, and here he is in position right now to get another podium here in this young season. Yeah,
I rode mini bikes with Mike LaRocco probably 20 years ago. You know, my career ended a few years back, and Mike LaRocco's still at the top of his game, an unbelievable athlete, an unbelievable rider.
Well, we're watching this battle right here for 4th and 5th. We'll just update you. Ricky Carmichael is out in front. Chad Reed in second. Mike LaRocco in third. And on the right-hand side, there is the helmet cam view. If you want to know what it feels like to be Ricky Carmichael in 250 mains, get a look at that. Carmichael continues to lead in his lap time. Jenny, believe this, dipped as low as 45 seconds a lap.
You kind of called that speed during break. You know what? Watch Ricky. He's going to break a 45. I didn't think it was possible, but when it comes down to business, Ricky throws down the hammer and makes it happen.
Well, he just seems to have an extra gear, and I know that's somewhat cliche, but he just seems to step it up one more level. I was talking to him about practice, and I said, do you show everything? He said, absolutely not. He said, you got to save a little something extra in the tank to show them. Well, Carmichael, as comfortable as he can be right now, out in front with just about 2 laps to go here in the 250 main event. But we had the chance to talk to him a little bit about how comfortable he is on his new team, on his new motorcycle. And you know what? What can he say? He has been absolutely dominant. So, Ricky Carmichael, are you comfortable with your career?
Well, I just, you know, I like who I am. I like the person that I've become, and I like what I do for the sport. I think I carry a good image, a good, clean image, and really good for the little kids, and I think that's important. So I'm happy with the way things have turned out, and, you know, it's always nice to win. Also, that's always nice to be known as a winner. But besides that, just knowing that little kids look up to me and that I'm a good ambassador.
Jenny, it's an interesting comment. Ricky Carmichael seems a lot more comfortable with his fame, and he's just, the maturity level is definitely showing.
He said he feels comfortable in his skin, and you know, to be disappointed, Jeremy McGrath, where he's taken the sport, Ricky Carmichael is now carrying on his back, and he's doing a phenomenal job.
He makes one more left-hand turn, and he goes into the history books. Your winner, 250 main event, Ricky Carmichael. So Carmichael reigns supreme. Battle by the Bay goes to number 4 as Chad Reed comes through. And we've got a battle for third still going on. Can Mike LaRocco hold him off? And that gives you an idea of just how far back they are. It's LaRocco coming through. But Mike LaRocco is going to claim this one. So put the rock back on the podium. Mike LaRocco there once again. David Villeman runs out of real estate, as does the rest of the group. But for Kevin Windham, who is still on the track, he's in position right now to finish in 9th place. And I think we've seen 2 bad things happen. Ricky got another victory for the rest of the guys, and Kevin Windham fell way off the pace.
Kevin got a little impatient there. You're not usually seeing that. He tried to make a move that wasn't there, and he went down and ends up 9th. He's out of the championship hopes. So he's not out of it, but he lost considerable points.
No question. Ricky Carmichael there trying to get the bike kick-started. That's about the only difficulty he had all night. When we come back to SBC Park, we'll talk to the champ, RC. Ricky Carmichael picks up the victory. We'll find out how he did it as he gets the goose telling him exactly what he has to do, but it was Carmichael looking flawless at SBC Park. Francisco, California, in SBC Park. It's the THQ World Supercross GP and the THQ AMA Supercross Series at the conclusion of the 250 main event as we take a look quickly at the Honda official results. Once again, Ricky Carmichael on top. Jenny Stevenson, your thoughts?
Well, we saw Chad Reed. He led the race. He was alive for 20 laps, and Ricky gave him a beatdown. It's the Carmichael show all over again.
Mike LaRocco finishes on the podium, and Kevin Windham quite possibly the most disappointed tonight because he finished not only out of the podium, but out of a lot of points that he gave up to Ricky Carmichael. But the guys on the podium are very happy. For that, let's go down to Davey Coombs, who's with our 3rd-place finisher.
Well, Mike, that was a fantastic effort. You very quietly rode 3rd, but those guys up front were going fast.
Yeah, they were going fast. I got a good start, and, you know, I was going to try and be in the race, but they kind of dropped me. I didn't really feel that bad out there. They were just putting down some good laps, and kind of left me by myself out there.
Yeah. Denny Stevenson's up in the booth tonight. He's giving you high compliments, how you're always sort of sticking around, and tonight was just another version of Mike LaRocco. This the new millennium LaRocco.
Yeah, I'm working on him. I mean, those guys definitely stepped up to speed, and, you know, I did a lot of work this summer and this fall trying to trying to match pace that I was off last year, and then doggone it, they raised it again. So, you know, they keep me working. I think that's what keeps me around.
Well, 2 podiums in the first 4 races, pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
All right, thank you, Davey. It's now time for the Nissan Turning Point, Denny.
Well, there's 2 of them tonight, Todd. Number 1, Chad Reed out front leading the race. Goes wide to set up for the whoop. Complete opens the door. Ricky Carmichael blows by and just takes off for the win. Second one, Kevin Windham tries to force the issue with Mike LaRocco. You don't mess with the Rock. Kevin goes down, and so his championship hopes.
And those are your Nissan Turning Points. Let's set it back down to Davey Coombs.
Well, Chad, that time you got the start, but you weren't able to keep number 4 behind you.
No, I got a good start. You know, it's nice to get out there and get the start and just have a clean track. And just, you know, tonight I wasn't able to take advantage of it, but, you know, I'm looking forward to it. I definitely is a step closer to, you know, what we have been the last couple of weeks, and it feels good to be out there.
I got to ask you, what happened when Carmichael passed you?
I think I was struggling. You know, I could see he was going on the inside, and one lap I tried it, and it was tough to pull up for it. And, you know, I went the outside, he just snuck right around the inside, and, you know, after that, it kind of took me a couple of laps to get that line down, but, you know, it was good. You know, I love the battle with Ricky. You know he's going to be, you know, go the distance and put up a great fight. So, you know, it's fun to challenge for a little bit, but I'm looking forward to, you know, getting in there and being a little strong. You know, we're going to sharpen up tools a little bit, but, you know, I think our team, the guys at Yamaha are doing a great job. Putz and Menthol, Scott Bridgestone, the guys at Edney's and AMSOIL, man. I'm happy for those guys, and you know, we're getting ready to try and get a race win for those guys.
Maybe at Anaheim.
That's it. You know, Staten's been great to me, and it'd be nice to get a good race there, get out, you know, get on the podium again, try to get a win, and then get ready for the East Coast.
All right, thank you very much, Davey, and we wish Chad Reed all the luck in the world. He's going to need it next week, Anaheim 3. Hopefully he can regroup. And we remind you, our next show comes to you February 7th, 2005, 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern. And remember, that's a Monday night. So if you're jonesing for Supercross, you're going to have to wait until Monday. Now, for the winner of the 250 main, here's Davey Coombs with Ricky Carmichael.
Well, you know, that was the race we've been waiting for. And, Ricky, a lot of people count on you here in San Francisco to pull it off, and you laid the wood down. Take another win. 3 in a row now.
It's awesome, man. I tied Barnett's record. I think he's the last guy to win 3 races. I'm so happy. That's what I wanted, you know, head-to-head battle, and made the best man win. And the track was a little easy tonight, and it was really hard to make up time. You know, the whoops were really mellow, but hey, everybody's got the same track to deal with.
Well, for once, you didn't get the whole shot. What were you thinking when you saw Reed in front of you?
You know, it's a long race, and I was looking to do battle with him. The tables were turned, and I could follow him finally. It was a great race, and, you know, I flinched a little bit on the gate, and that was it.
What about when you came up on him? It looks like he pretty much gave you up the inside that time.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if he wanted to let me go by, because I was hounding him, you know, and I think he kind of just pulled over and thought that maybe he could get me back. But, you know, I feel really comfortable, and when I was behind him, I felt that I had it under control, and it's going to be a long series. You know, he's going to put up a fight. I like racing with him. He's a hard charger, and got to keep it going.
Finally, RC, what does this mean to those Suzuki guys? I know how hard you guys are working. You went to Canada, you put the time in, and now, like you said, you tied Mark Barnett's record, 3 in a row for Suzuki. Got to have a happy team. Yeah, the team is really, really happy, and especially with the win like tonight, I am so pumped. I mean, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it tonight. We were 1 and 2, and I pulled it off, and looking forward to doing some more battles. Well done.
Thank you.
It all culminates in Las Vegas, Nevada, the official destination of Supercross. Get your tickets now for the U.S. Open and our final stop the first week of May. As we take a look at the point standings, first in the THQ World Supercross GP, it's Carmichael, LaRocco, and Way. And on the THQ AMA Supercross Series, look at that, Denny. Ricky Carmichael with a sizable lead.
Yeah, only 4 races in, and Chad Reed's already down a whole race.